This is the 2022 Porsche Macan, and it might look brand new, but just like that co-worker that always looks suspiciously fresh, there's a secret to the ageless appearance of Porsche's smallest and most affordable SUV. Unlike Stacey, the receptionist who never seems to age, the Macan's secret is not Botox, but it might as well be. For 2022, Porsche's best-selling SUV enters with its third facelift since the model arrived almost a decade ago. Prices are up for the 3-variant range, and the mid-spec Macan S, which we're testing here, now costs $5,000 more than before, at $105,800 before on-road costs. When it comes to design, of course, Porsche has tried to inject a little more youth into the Cayenne's smaller sibling. Under the bonnet of the previous Macan S was a Volkswagen-sourced 3-litre turbo V6, but that's now been replaced with Porsche's own 2.9-litre bi-turbo V6, borrowed from the Macan GTS, increasing peak power to 280 kilowatts and maximum torque to 520 Newton-meters. Minor tweaks to the Macan's cabin have made what was already a lovely place to be just that little more practical. Things like touch-sensitive buttons on the centre console, a shortened gear selector, and an analogue clock that sits atop the dash when you choose the Sport Chrono package. A new steering wheel, meanwhile, is borrowed from the 911, while the Porsche communication management system takes care of all your tech needs, bringing Apple CarPlay, but not Android Auto, digital radio, navigation, and a 14-speaker Bose sound system. The 10.9-inch central touchscreen isn't the most user-friendly unit at first, but is easy to navigate once you're familiar with it. On the other hand, the driver's instrument cluster is telling of the Macan's age, with 2 old-school analog gauges and a 3rd digital gauge, albeit with rather ancient graphics. Thankfully, there's a digital speedo, but it's tiny. With safety in mind, the Macan will certainly make you feel cozy and protected. However, features such as adaptive cruise control, autonomous emergency braking, and lane keeping assist are optional and end up costing around $3,000 extra, which is a bit much of a stretch at this price point. There's adequate room here in the back seat, but the floor sits high, so if you've got long legs, you're going to be sitting like this. Amenities include child seat ISOFIX points on each of the outboard seats, a centre armrest with 2 cup holders, air vents with temperature control, and a pair of USB-C outlets. Meanwhile, a 453-litre boot might not sound like much on paper, but it's surprisingly roomy in real life, and includes a collapsible spare wheel under the floor. But enough of all that. It's time to put this German beast through its paces. It might not be the volume seller and it might not be the quickest, but this mid-spec Macan S will still make you feel special behind the wheel. Although power comes from the same twin-turbo V6 as the Macan GTS, the mid-spec Macan S is tuned down by around 40 kilowatts. But you probably won't care or even notice because it feels just as quick on road. That PDK transmission is seamless and so damn quick to respond. And don't even get us started on the glorious pops and crackles that come from the exhaust. You'll probably never want to take it out of Sport Plus mode, where every downshift is an oral delight. Steering feel and feedback is one of the areas that Porsche says it's improved in this updated Macan, and we can certainly tell you that it feels just as crisp and precise as you'd expect. Riding on 20-inch alloys wrapped in low-profile Pirelli P0 rubber, ride comfort is great, even in its most aggressive Sport Plus setting. The mid-spec Macan S comes fitted with Porsche's active suspension management system, which offers a real happy medium between the firmer sports air suspension in the GTS and the bouncy and a little too soft shocks in the entry-level Macan. Instead, the Macan S is simply comfortable, over speed humps and potholes alike, and yet is ready to wrangle its way around tight corners and narrow roads in the same breath. It's such a beautiful, quiet cabin as well. Driving along course strip surfaces, there's hardly any noise coming in, even in Sport Plus mode and even with those big 20-inch wheels. It's just a really pleasant experience. The Porsche Macan S is so easy to drive fast, but even when you're just cruising around town, it feels safe and cozy. Oh, and did we mention that huge panoramic sunroof? It's pure bliss. All told, the 2022 Porsche Macan has its downfalls, and if you're cross-shopping with new arrivals like the Audi SQ5, BMW X4, or even the more affordable Genesis GV70, The Macan's lack of standard safety and its aging cabin might have you on the fence. But we'd argue what it lacks in tech, the Macan S makes up for in performance and brilliant dynamics. As before, the 2022 Porsche Macan is covered by a 3-year unlimited kilometre warranty and needs to be serviced every 12 months or 15,000 kilometres. As for fuel consumption, Porsche says the Macan S averages 10.2 litres per 100 kilometres, but we couldn't get below 12.3 litres during our half-day test drive. As for whether the well-seasoned Porsche Macan is still a good option in its mature years, well, we see it the same way as we do Jennifer Lopez or a fine wine aged to perfection, both of which are proof that age really has no limits. If you're a purist who's not ready for the shift to all-electric power, the upgraded Macan S really hits the sweet spot in what will be the last purely petrol-powered mid-size SUV range from Porsche.